Right. So back with you again is Mr. Jude. I'm in the hot seat with Mr. Mendez.
Hey,
Mr. Mendez, how we doing?
I'm doing well, Mr. Drew. Thank you for having me with you on your show. How are you doing today?
Oh, my show. Yes, it feels like it. I'm doing well. I've been doing well. Seeing some shots of the full moon just now from our camera crew. Just highlighting the fact that this is a wonderful night for soccer, for some football.
Football. Yes, that full moon. I think it is a full moon because it looked pretty full to us, and we were howling here in the studio. We're gonna howl for you right now. Ow!
Ow!
And the game has
Ow!
now begun, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being with us.
Yes, so the Royal Lions, we can sometimes howl, but that is not anatomically correct considering the vocal cords of a lion, just saying.
Get on, Peter. And I just want to say thank you for your live commentating in the last game. You, along with Hernando and Ignacio Gamero, you three rocked the show. I just want to say thank you for that. I appreciate you.
Oh, and I certainly appreciate all the work that you, Mr. Gutierrez, and Drew at what was it again?
Events by Drew.
At Events by Drew. Giving a big shout out to them. You can send them an email if you have any sports casting or live casting needs. They've got you covered.
And their email is drew@eventsbydrew.com. They're excellent.
They certainly are, and they're giving us live coverage of tonight's game. We got the Royal Lions versus Divine Savior, so that'll be the LaSalle versus Divine Savior, so that'll be the Lions against the Sharks.
Mhm.
It'll be fun commentating Shark touching the ball here, and then a Shark passing it upfield. There are no literal sharks considering our proximity to the bay. You might have feared that, and full moon, maybe high tide, but no literal sharks on the field.
I
Just
have seen some barracudas, and nearby. Remember when we played basketball in Allison Wainwright
yeah,
Park?
that's right.
I've seen some sharks over there. No lie.
Oh, no lie. You
Yeah,
hear that? So, Divine Savior, trying to call on their namesake on the field today.
indeed.
And they're joining us here in white.
And in the studio, we have Diana Prieto, who just won her game 3-0. Diana, to what do we owe this honor and this pleasure? Would you like to commentate this game? I'd love you can sure, Mr. Jude, if you
Well,
want to. I know.
I got to say that Miss Prieto is a student of the LTV class, so I think Mr. Mendez and her can do an excellent tag team on today's game. And yeah, give us some of your expert commentary tonight. What do you think?
Well, my brother's staying in the goal right now, actually.
Fantastic. Thanks for being with us, Diana.
No problem.
Awesome. So, real quick, how was your game? You're one of the star players of the team. It's great to have you here in the studio with us. So, like, what was that game like for you? I know we're covering this game, but I do want to ask you, what was that game like for you?
Well, I needed a lot of recovery time, to be honest, but I played 2 quarters. I made an assist. So I think we did pretty well.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any words you want to say to your fellow seniors that are this is may be their last game playing with us this year?
They played a good season, honestly, and oh, and Erica, she had sprained her ankle a week before, and she still like pulled through. So I'm
No
glad
kidding.
for that she pulled through and that like we all like ended up playing together as a whole and as a team.
And you won the game 3-0.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive. And
Thank you.
congrats on the assist.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, do you happen to have a scouting report on this game, the boys Divine Saver versus our Royal Lions?
I'm not sure. They're missing a lot of players actually. Our team.
Hmm.
My brother's right now in the goal, and he's usually like up top.
Hmm.
So we're trying to just make with what we have right now.
Next man up, huh?
Yeah.
And you said he plays up top, and that means that the goalie, our starting goalie, he's not playing today.
No.
Got it.
None of our goalies are here.
Wow.
So
Wow. We definitely wish him the best of luck over there.
yeah. Thankfully, he has experience.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
And how you feeling after you said you played 2 quarters, you sounded very excited to be here, and then what was that like, is the adrenaline still flowing through you?
Yeah. Actually, I get so much adrenaline. Like I start shaking and everything. Like I can't breathe, and like after I score, I'm like super breathless. It's crazy, but
Crazy.
yeah. But it feels good. I love like playing and just being on the field. It's like a completely different, I don't know, place to be at. I don't know if that makes sense.
It does to me. I just want to say we're so proud of you, Diana.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah. Cool. So it looks like we have a toss in. Is that so? You're definitely gonna know your soccer terminology way better than I am. So like,
Yeah,
please just jump right in. I'm just here to support.
of course. Okay, Divine Savior just made a cross, and then we just blocked it. They have possession of the ball right now. I don't know any of like the. I only know a few of our players' names, but let's see. Okay, my brother just got the ball. That's
What's your
Javier.
brother's name?
Javier Prieto.
Cool, Javier. And what grade is he in?
He's a freshman actually.
No kidding. Freshman starting at goal. That is awesome.
Yeah. He's in varsity as a freshman too.
Fantastic. Congrats to him. And I don't know all the players' names by memory either, but I'm just going by their numbers. I'm looking here at Max Preps, and that was number 15, Andres Gutierrez, who had that kick.
Yeah, he's a defense.
And
And then now it's out. They kicked it out.
a throw in by number 13. Compared, I just want to go back to your game. Compared to other opponents, what was it like playing against Divine Savior?
Honestly, we've had harder games. But you know they put up a good fight as well, and I felt like they really held off.
Mm.
We were a little. I feel like we were a little tired today, and we've been missing a few players, so that's never a benefit. But we're doing with what we have. You know, this whole situation with COVID is very difficult.
Indeed, I could only imagine. And so, I never played soccer like this, so just walk me through this. Like, besides scoring a goal, what's your favorite part about being on the field?
Honestly, me personally, I love long balls. Like there's because and
What's a long ball?
like just kicking the ball far and like hard. Like I
Mm.
love like making diagonals and like making runs and being open for people to pass it to me,
Got it.
or just being able to like move with the ball or move without the ball, because it's not just moving with the ball. Like you have to open up into space and receive, like make sure you don't have a man on you.
Got it. So try to be open, so that you can, do what you need to do to like score a goal, which
Yeah, yeah.
is what you do. You're a striker, is that correct?
Yeah, I am a striker.
So far this entire season, what's been your favorite goal that you've made? Do you have a favorite?
Yeah, I have two that I can't choose between. The first one was one that I took up. I think it was. I don't remember
Mm.
if it was my first or second goal of the season. I'm pretty sure it was my first goal of the season, and I took it up by the side and it hit the crossbar and went in.
I remember that goal.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I was commentating during that goal. Yeah.
Yeah, and I hadn't scored in a while because my sophomore year was very, like it wasn't as good as my freshman or my junior year. My junior year I've been playing way better. But and then my other one was most recently at Mast, where Erica, which is like she's like our holding,
Mhm.
she passed it to Nabila, which is like our left wing.
Mm.
I ducked because she passed it over my head,
Yeah.
and then Nabi received it, and she passed it to me, which I'm in the middle. And then it was outside the box, and I like crossed it out, and I hit it, and it went over the goalie, and it went like to the right goal, like the right part of the goal at the top, right corner. And
Got it.
the part that got me upset was that they didn't have any cameras, so it's not on video. So I just look back, I'm like,
It sounds impressive though.
yeah, it's in my memories though, so it's okay. At least that.
Cool. So it was like a tic-tac-toe play, like one pass to another pass to you, and
Yeah,
then you scored
yeah.
it. And super sweet. So, what is it like for you? Like, what do you feel when you score a goal? Walk me through that.
Wow. Okay. So I feel like for everyone it's different.
Mm.
For me specifically, it's like I don't know, sense of accomplishment, and like you just feel like wow, it's so much adrenaline coming all at once that I don't know. I start like I can't even breathe because I'm so excited, and I'm like walking back. It's so much joy, and like especially when like all the players are coming up to you and congratulating you. I always try to congratulate the one that assisted me.
Sure, of
obviously,
course, yeah.
because
They set you
at
up.
first. But it's just a lot of joy, especially when it like comes to crucial games like Mass and Gulliver and stuff like that. And McCarthy, because I remember when I scored against McCarthy, it was very, very exciting because we had never scored against them in the history of the South.
Congrats.
And Gulliver, same thing. We had never won against them, and then we beat them 3-1 or 3-0. And Mass is our rivals, so it was just crazy scoring against them too.
So I need to ask you then: is there a playoffs for ladies soccer this year? You know, what does that look like? I know we talked about COVID being a factor.
Yeah, we actually have districts in February, so we're working really hard this next week. We have even practice tomorrow and everything. We're trying to get as much work as we can.
Got it. Good to know. Okay, so season's over, and now we're just working our way towards districts in February.
Districts, yeah.
Understood.
The boys too.
Got it.
But we'll see because we're waiting for them all to come back. Hopefully they'll come back next week as well, just in time for districts. And they'll catch up because I know that they haven't had a lot of time to practice, and chemistry is very important for any team, you know.
Definitely. And so I had to ask you about, like, you know, what does it feel like to score a goal? So is there anything in life that you've experienced so far that could like equate to that feeling? If you don't mind me asking.
No, of course. It's very. I feel like the feeling of like scoring a goal is different. It's kind of like going down a roller coaster in a sense. In a sense, I don't know.
Sure.
I'm trying to find a way to
Right, right.
compare it, you know. But obviously not like that intenseness of like scared, you know, of being scared.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But I mean, that's like the closest I get to. Like it is like a lot of excitement and joy for me specifically. But for some people, you know, it's just, oh cool, I scored. But I don't know, maybe that's just me.
No, I appreciate you sharing. Is there like a roller coaster that comes to mind?
You know the one in Universal that has like the guitar? I don't know what it's called. Like
Oh, the
rock,
Aerosmith one, or no, the one that goes straight up like
yeah,
that.
that one.
Yeah, no, yeah, I forget the name of that. I think it's like rock and roll.
Rock
or
and roll,
something.
yeah.
That's
I don't know. Every time I think of roller coasters, that's the first one I think about. I don't know. The Hulk.
Cool. Thanks for sharing.
No problem.
All right, back to this game, and that ball went somewhere that I can't see anymore.
That's a goal kick. So
Got it. They're gonna hand it to the goalie so that the goalie your brother could do.
the goalie could do goal kicks, or he can give it to the defender. Honestly, anybody could like hit a goal kick. It just depends on like who they choose. Sometimes they pass it in between each other, and then like see, so now he's passing it, and then he's creating space. So right now they're kind of playing in the back to push the forwards up, so that they can make a long ball, and you know it's easier because they get the defenders out of the way. So they'll be able to just have more space in order to go into the goal and shoot.
Got it. Thank you. Any words of encouragement, support that you want to, give to your brother right now that he's in the game? Freshman, starting.
Honestly,
goalie.
all of them, because
Yeah.
it's not just my brother. Like I see them all as like a whole team, too. But I'm honestly, I hope that they do well this game, and I feel like they're holding off pretty well. How long has it been?
Well, we don't have the clock in front of us, but I would assume it's about 5. Oh, and that's a goal! Is that a goal? Am I right?
I'm pretty sure. Well, could it be? No, it's not. It's a goal kick.
Bummer. That was Sam, one of my former students. I had him 2 years ago. He's a very talented soccer player. That was
he's really good.
Would have been cool to see us score a goal there, but unfortunately that was not a goal, ladies and gentlemen.
I think it was an offsides because he didn't hit it
Got it.
from where he needed to.
If you would like, I'll give you the honors when someone scores a goal. If you want to do one of those long goals on air, that's all you. It's my favorite part.
I love hearing like the Hispanic commentators. They're so funny.
And passionate.
They're very passionate. And I love when people are just passionate about like something they really care about. It's like it's cool to see. I don't know. It's so funny when like you're hearing them on TV. They're like, go.
It's funny that you mentioned that because one of the first games that I commentated, I was with Mr. Rydborn, and Mr. Rydborn, he's a Swede from the UK, so he has a very European style of like narrating the football game. It's kind of like golf, like very quiet and just like following the progression of the play. And then when they scored, like I went wild on him, like go! It's just like we had the best of both worlds. It was too funny.
You get pretty into it too. Like
of course.
I feel like with any sport, even if you don't understand it fully, I feel like if anyone scores, you're like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Because I've seen videos of like you recording and you can hear yourself in the background. It's fun.
I appreciate you.
It's funny.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's more for like the appreciation of like your students, right? And like our school playing. But I don't know if you're just like it's the excitement of the sport itself.
Yeah, all of that plus like just living vicariously through them, like I just kind of imagine myself like wishing like, I was in high school still and scoring and all that good stuff. So like I'm just
Yeah.
living
What sport
vicariously
did you
through them.
play
I
in high school?
played volleyball in high school. I played so my school when I was a sophomore, we started like the hockey club. So I
Oh,
was a
okay.
pioneer in the hockey club and that was a lot of fun. I love playing hockey, like the closest thing to soccer at least. That was a lot of fun. We played in this men's league with I was like a 16-year-old kid playing against
Oh,
like guys who were
wow.
huge, and I wanted to go out there and hit somebody. That was my favorite part of the game.
Wow.
Kind of terrible, but yeah.
No, yeah, I get you. Sometimes there's like a rush and like being aggressive and like hitting the girls and stuff
Does
or
that
the
happen in
guys.
soccer a lot?
It does. Yeah, it does. You kind of it is a contact sport actually.
How do you respond to that? Like when you feel like someone nudges you or
Honestly, I'm so used to it that I really don't like unless it's like excessive force
Mhm.
or they like do it with bad intentions or I don't even have the ball. I honestly don't care because I'm the same way. Like I'm very aggressive when I want to get the ball, and I feel like we're all going. Look, okay, wait, they're going up. All right, he's all by himself, so. Oh, and that's a goal.
Nice save by the goalie.
Yeah,
But that was one of our first rushes of the game. That was a good
yeah.
scoring chance right there.
That's actually Kiko Sosa.
Thank you. Got it. And now we're gonna do a corner kick, I assume.
Yeah, this is corner kick.
Cool. Cool. I do want to give a shout out to our producer in the studio there, Mr. Gutierrez. Thank you, Mr. Gutierrez, for pressing all the buttons and showing us the game. Oh my
Oh my
goodness!
gosh. Come on, come on.
Did you all see that right now? What a save by the goalie. Great reflexes.
Yeah. Actually, Sabrina scored a corner too
I
because
saw,
it hit like the goalie hit it and it went in.
yeah, she knocked it in on her own goal, unfortunately
Yeah.
for her, but yeah, unfortunate for us. And watching the game today, hold on.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right. It seemed like the refs were letting you all play, meaning like they weren't calling many penalties or anything. Like they weren't really interfering with the flow of the game. But like for your game, would you
I
say that's
actually
true?
I mean I didn't really notice because I honestly don't really like when the refs are calling everything.
Got
For
it.
me it's like super annoying. Like if you let us play and give us more advantage, then honestly for us it actually works out better. Unless someone is seriously hurt or there was like a bad intention in the foul,
Mhm.
which is pretty obvious when it is. Um, you know, I rather them like not really call them. Either way, I think Divine Savior played really cleanly. Um, but there's been games where we've played like very dirty girls and like they play very like excessively aggressive and
Right.
nasty and um,
Unnecessary contact and all.
unnecessary contact, and we obviously don't want to get hurt. Um, but they're doing it with that intention. So, but I feel like Divine Savior was a pretty nice team. Like I was talking to some of the girls there, and they're very nice.
So, how do you, as a junior, you've been on the team for 3 years now. How, if you met like a freshman that's starting off, or a sophomore, someone that you wanted to help out, what do you tell them when they ask you like, how do you respond to that when someone's being extra aggressive, unnecessarily aggressive? How do you keep your cool? Like, what do you do? Like, what would you say to someone starting off? Like, what kind of advice would you give them in those kind of situations when, they're getting bullied or whatever? How do you handle that?
I would probably just tell them like tell the ref to keep an eye on them, like on the person that's marking them,
Mm.
so that the ref can like call more fouls and stuff like that, and because the refs do listen to that. If you pull them aside and you tell them, hey, listen, like I want you to watch number whatever,
Mhm.
they'll watch that number and they'll see certain plays and stuff like that.
Awesome.
If not, just tell them to be careful, but there's really not much you can do about it because contact, like it is a contact sport and it is a very aggressive sport. So there's like if you can't really deal with that and handle it, then I don't know. I know that there's some girls. I'm not a very confrontative person, but I know that there's some girls that will.
Give you a taste of their own medicine.
Yeah, there have been some girls in our team that have told other girls straight up like things like, "Hey, like don't touch me" and stuff like that.
Right.
Luckily, I've never really. I've probably only been in that situation a few times, but there are some girls that especially being a forward, that because defenders can get very territorial.
And pesky.
Yes.
I could imagine. Like, I'm not trying to promote violence at all. Like, that's not what we're trying to do here. I'm just, I'm curious about how do we handle those situations. Like,
Yeah.
there's some kind of self-defense. How do you confront that in an effective way and in a way that's safe? And yeah, how do you deal with bullies? Essentially, is like the question.
Yeah.
But yeah, without promoting violence. But how do you put a stop to it?
Yeah. Yeah.
But thank you. That's very helpful, Deanna. Thank you for sharing.
Of course. There. I feel like we're doing pretty well. We have good possession of the ball. We're playing pretty evenly, like Divine Savior against LaSalle in general.
Yeah. We've had a couple of scoring chances.
Yeah, I feel like we've had more opportunities than they have, for sure.
And definitely this could switch from one moment to the next. So, knock
Yeah.
on wood, and hopefully we can keep putting the pressure on and at some point, hopefully it'll pay off.
Right now I'm looking at their bench, and it doesn't look like they have too many players on their bench anyways. So maybe if we tire them out, then maybe we can surpass them.
Did you all have, for the ladies game, did you all have enough people to supplant you when needed, or how many people did you have on your bench?
Yeah, we actually try to have a few subs for the positions that are running a lot. And this just goes in general for, I feel like, any team. There's certain positions that run more than others. Like, if you're like an only forward, I'm an only forward, for example, you have to run a lot. Like, right now, you can see that there's 3 up there, and there's like pretty much 4, and they're like all going up. They're also wingers as well, and like mids, but I feel like they're playing more attacking as well right now.
Got it.
But when you're in a position that you run a lot, at least my coach tries to sub us out so we can get a breather, and then we're not exhausted for the next. He also doesn't really want us to get hurt, so if we're like putting a lot of strain.
And speaking of breathers, it looks like we're going to go to a quick commercial break with this water break.
Yeah.
So see you all in a few. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mr. Mendez, accompanied by Diana Prieto.
Yes, sir.
That's right, here we are. We were discussing before her game that just happened. The Lady Royal Lions beat Divine Savior 3-0.
Yeah, 3-0.
That's right. And Diana, you had an assist in that. Which goal was it? The first, second, or third?
I'm bad at remembering stats. Like, I actually couldn't remember if I made 1 or 2 assists. Like, cause I went to my coach and I was like, oh, Like he was like, yeah, you made 2 assists. I was like, I made 2. I thought I made 1. So I was like, so
In
I wasn't sure.
in soccer, because in hockey, the person that scores, there's 2 people credited with an assist, like the last 2 people that pass it to. This is like, this has been happening for like the last 20, 30 years. Before that, they only gave one person an assist. But like in soccer, are 2 people awarded an assist or just the last person that passed? Do
Um,
you know?
it's just the last person to pass it. If
Cool.
it's like up in the record, like you know what I mean? Cause in Max Preps, like which is a website that we use to for like our stats and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Only the person that passed you the ball gets the assist.
understood.
But I mean, I didn't know that about hockey. I heard hockey's very aggressive. Like
It sure is.
they punch each other and stuff in the face.
Yeah, I don't want to get too into it, but it definitely is just as aggressive as any sport that I've ever played. Like
Wow.
even more than football because you're flying, you're on skates,
Yeah,
and you're
you're on
going
ice.
so fast, and like you're overstimulated all the time. You have to find a way to like be at peace, and you're not even thinking. You're just like acting. You know what I mean? Like you're
Yeah.
reacting to everything happening. It's such a fun sport because, like I said, you're on skates and you have a stick and you're trying to score a goal. Like how much more fun can you be having? That's
Yeah.
that's just how I felt about it at least.
Oh, oh. Oh my God.
That one goes out of bounds and looks like it's going to be our throw in.
Yes.
And yeah.
All
Like I
right.
said, you know your terminology better than I do, so
Yeah, yeah, true,
talk to
true.
me.
All right. So, okay. So Divine Siri has the ball, and we just need to kick it up. Yeah, there we go.
Looks like they're playing really quick. Like the pace of this game is a lot faster than it was a little while ago.
Yeah. Oh wait, you mean like before the water break,
You're right.
or
Before
like
it felt
compared to
like
the
it was
girls' game?
no. Before the water break, like it looks like right now, like
Oh
there's a
yeah.
boost of energy. That water must have been really good.
The water must have been good. But no, yeah, sometimes that happens. You play a little slow in the beginning of the game, or
Mhm.
maybe he was playing certain players and then he subbed others in, and they had more energy than the last,
Mhm.
you know. But you start off a little slow, but once you gain that momentum, you kind of get into it again.
And that 7-0 game that y'all played recently, I think it was your last game. That was the highest scoring game of the year so far, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that, actually, I don't even want to say which team it was against, because I don't remember if it was like Slam or what. I can't remember which team we played against, but yeah, I didn't play that much that game actually. He told me he didn't want me to like get injured or anything,
Got it.
especially like these like bigger games that we had coming up.
Mhm.
He wanted a lot of like the players that don't get that much time to get time.
Got it. What I want to ask you a question about because you just mentioned Coach Fono, right?
Yeah.
What's been like coach's message this year so far to your team?
I feel like lately it's been more as like playing as a team,
Mhm.
and really been being able to like connect with each other and connect passes. Because I feel like before we played a little bit selfish. Um, oh, come on now.
Before as in last year or before earlier this year?
Um, Before as in like yeah, like last year and this year. And I feel like last year especially we were divided. Like I feel like our team was they had their own groups and
Little
stuff,
cliques
but
and stuff.
this year we have a lot of chemistry, like a lot. And I feel like we're all friends and we all get along very well. There's no tension in the team at all. So that's always super important. And I've actually noticed that a lot of guy teams, they have so much more chemistry than girl teams. I've always noticed that.
What happened like that allowed for that transition, that transformation of your team to go from being divided to now being united?
Yeah, I'm actually not sure. I feel like I have no idea. I really don't. Like it's actually very weird because with this whole COVID situation, like we should be a little more divided, right? We don't really have gatherings in the weekends. We don't have the yearly sleepover that we usually have.
Yeah.
Um, Team gatherings and dinners and stuff like that we have occasionally after games.
Right.
We can't really have those. So it is a little like weirder that we're all like
Closer.
closer. But the only thing that I can think about is maybe maybe like we're since because of COVID, we're all like looking forward to going to soccer, and we're really trying to enjoy ourselves there, and we find like I don't know more. We connect more with each other because of that. Like we find um a little escape from the whole situation. You know,
Right.
going into soccer feels so normal. Like, I mean, all these kids like on the field, they don't really have masks unless they want to, and it just feels normal. Um, which is so weird to say because like nothing feels normal anymore
Right.
though.
This is the new normal.
Yeah, this is the new normal. So it's just like a little taste of normalcy again of how it was before.
Thanks for sharing that. You raise an interesting point. Like sometimes how catastrophes or like stuff like that can really find a way to bring us all closer together because we're all dealing with this together, and then that gives us something to connect to,
Mhm.
and especially like you're saying, like you would expect us to be even more divided because we have to be more socially distant and more like separated, but like maybe we're just longing for some kind of connection that, and we appreciate that more, that the moment that
Yeah.
we get it, we can really savor and seize the moment of being connected with each other.
Yeah. It's nice though. I've started enjoying to go to soccer more lately, and like just being on the field, like I'm kind of like wow, like I like before I used to be like, oh, I don't want to go to practice because I kind of took it for granted, in a way. But I've started like seeing things in a sense of like I want to go to practice now because, I actually want to like get out of my house and like have like feel like normalcy again and things like that. So I've started enjoying things more than I used to before, and like even enjoying my outings or hanging out with my friends or hanging out with my family, you know, like it makes you like enjoy things more because you used to take things for granted.
I appreciate your honesty big time.
Yeah. I don't know if you felt that way. I'm
Well,
sure you did when we like all started coming back to school, right?
no, no, I didn't feel that at all.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. I see how it is. And keep in mind, guys, I'm Mr. Menzies' student, so this is a little hurtful to hear. I'm just.
I'm cutting deep.
A
No, well,
little
I'm
bit.
human too, I'm
Yeah.
not,
That
but
hurt my feelings a little bit, though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
no, I wish COVID wasn't a, I mean, I don't know how to word that. Like, I'm grateful. You want to stay grateful. Like, we're
Of
talking about
course.
right now, like, COVID
Mhm.
is terrible. It's been terrible in so many ways, but in other ways, it has found it's
Yeah.
gotten us closer,
You
and
can
it
see it in a different light.
correct.
Something good always comes out of something bad, I feel. Like everything
Right.
happens for a reason.
Right. There is a saying in Spanish, and I'm forgetting right now, like about,
Okay, Kike has the ball and he's going up. He's pretty much alone right now, but he crosses it in,
and Sam was
and they take
hauling.
it.
Oh,
Now they have possession. I feel like they're gonna kick it out, or nope. They passed it to middle, and they pass it back to goalie, and he gets rid of it.
by the way, in case you missed that, there's 11 minutes and 7 seconds left in the first half. 0-0 so far.
Okay. They actually got the water like they started the water break a little later
Hmm.
than what it's supposed to be.
How many water breaks is one supposed to have during a half?
Okay, so there's 4 quarters. So the first quarter is 20 minutes, and then we got a water break, 2 to 5 minute water break. Um, and then we have another quarter, 20 minutes, and we have a 10-minute half. So 10-minute break, which is usually where we huddle and talk and um, see what we need to improve on, our mistakes, tell each other like, hey, listen, like you need to be here, or I want you to support me more, or stuff like that. And coach will tell us where to be, and I don't know, it's just like our going over because I know like in sports like basketball they have like timeouts and they can just call them, but those are like our half is like pretty much
Your timeout.
our timeout,
Mhm.
but our one timeout.
Got it, got it. So then you just taught me something because I thought in soccer there was just two halves instead of like 4 quarters, but there
No.
are 4 quarters in soccer as
Yeah,
well.
because a soccer game is actually it's 80 minutes.
Hmm.
So they cut it into four, and then 20 minute, and then water break, 20 minutes, then a half, and then 20 minutes water break, 20 minute, and the game.
Learn something new every day. Thank you.
Yep. I mean, I know all sports like they work differently in that sense, but um,
But I do want to clarify for the record. There's a part of me that wishes COVID wasn't around so I could have all of my students back in class
Yeah,
because
of
there's
course.
nothing like having them with us. Like with me, like there's nothing
I
like
feel
that.
like for TV production, it makes it a lot easier to be in class.
Especially with group projects and when you're
Yes,
sitting
of
next to
course.
somebody and you're watching them edit something and it looks amazing and they share it with you, it just makes you want to
Oh
go back to your
yeah,
computer and
I
like.
I missed that honestly.
Yeah, and it's
I
tough.
remember last year I would be like, "Oh, Mr. Mendez, can you help me in this?" And like now it's like I'm home and I can't even like ask you for help anymore.
It's not the same, yeah.
No, it's not. But I feel like the situation has affected so many people differently. Like there's a lot of students that they work very well virtually,
Hmm.
and there's other students like I can't work virtually at all. Like I get very distracted, and I just don't. I just rather be in school, learn one on one, hands on.
I've heard the same thing. I've heard a mix of reactions to this virtual hybrid mode where some students they say they're a lot more focused now,
Yeah.
and some they don't get out of bed. You know what I mean? Because they're like,
Yep. Pretty much like that. Oh,
Samu with the
yes, let's
goal.
go.
I'm wrong. That wasn't Samu. That was number 10.
That's Kike Sosa.
Thank you. Goal! LaSalle takes the lead 1-0, folks.
Wow, I'm surprised. We're holding off really well for not having our normal players. You know,
Pretty awesome.
pretty proud of them. I'm not gonna lie.
Awesome. What do you think of that goal?
It was a good goal. He was by himself and he took the opportunity. He saw that where the goalie was and he passed it to the corner. It's not always necessarily about how strong you shoot it. It's also about placement a lot of the time because oh, ow. Um because if the goalie's not going to be where he needs to be, then you see that open space and you can pass it in.
And that we just got a word from Mr. Jude that was the first goal of the season for Kike. Is that correct?
He said Miguel,
Miguel, got it.
but that's not Miguel.
Got it, got it,
His
got it.
brother's Miguel.
Got it, got it. First goal of the season for that.
Miguel is actually injured right now.
Understood.
He tore his ACL, right? Yeah,
Ouch,
he
that
tore
sounds
his ACL.
serious.
Or he hurt his knee. He hurt his knee. He has a knee brace right now. He's hurt.
Got it.
But he actually plays in my brother's club team too.
Do you play in a club team?
No, I actually stopped playing club like in 8th grade.
Got it.
Because I don't know. I just kind of wanted more time, like in the weekends. It was a very intense thing, and like I played in school and I like traveled a lot. I would have to go to Orlando and like Naples and Sarasota every single weekend for tournaments, and like I never got to hang out with my friends. Like I
Yeah.
mean I did, but
You want to enjoy your youth.
yeah, of course. And also I never saw myself like doing soccer in my future, so I'm like, you know, like if I'm already playing in school, you know, might as well just like
But if given the opportunity, I'm just. And
oh.
here's an opportunity for the opposing team,
Oh,
and the
man.
defense snuck in and stopped that shot. But so if someone came to you right now with a letter of intent to play for their school,
Like full ride type.
sure.
If it was a full ride, then maybe. But I know this is a corner right now,
Mm.
but I know a lot of like college players that have told me that it's a lot, and they had a passion for the sport, and it's oh my
Oh,
goodness.
unfortunately, I think we knocked it into our own net. Is that correct?
I don't even know. Is there a replay?
No, no, that's another 10 grand that we don't have.
One day, one day.
One day, yeah, that's the goal. No pun intended, but that
Oh, that.
unfortunately, now that the game is tied 1-1, folks, so we have a game in our hands.
Yeah. At least we still have 2 more quarters to redeem ourselves, but we're playing well. That was just kind of what happened in our last game.
And Samu is trying to sneak a shot
Oh,
past the
okay.
goalie.
I saw
I
that.
love the aggression there.
Yeah. Sometimes when you get those like when the goalie pushes up a lot and they're like halfway into the field,
Mhm.
you kind of want to kick it over them and just like place that in. It's like it's crazy when those happen though. Like it's very rare, but they're super cool when they happen. All right, so okay, that's a foul,
Yeah.
and it's our ball. So
looks like
We
they
have
called it. So explain to me, if you don't mind, like if when a foul happens, does play stop? What happens when a foul happens?
the ball is put like where the foul was
Okay.
happened,
Mhm.
and then it's given to the team that the foul was
Happened against.
on. Yeah, yeah. So
Thank you.
it depends. Honestly, I haven't really seen them play too aggressive. Like I feel like both. I feel like Divine Savior, in general, like their school, they play very clean. Um,
Cool.
which is good. Which is good. It's always the goal. No pun intended, like you said, to play a clean game. You know.
Right, right. Sportsmanship, respect, all that good
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. It's always. I feel like the sport is. Um, I don't know how to say it. Like much more like beautiful, I guess, in a whole like in a whole way. 'Cause like it's just nice when like I don't know, everybody's like good sportsmanship and because it's so annoying when like teams are just like rude to each other like for no reason. Like you're playing a game. Like I understand
Mhm.
that it's like competitive and everything, but there's really no reason to be like go out of your way to be like rude and push girls and try to hurt other people. It's just like okay, like calm down. It's a high school game. like,
So,
but
so my girlfriend's dad, well, my girlfriend's from Argentina. She was born there, and her family's all from Argentina. And
mhm.
Argentinians usually love their soccer, right? But so her dad told me this quote, this saying that goes, um, "Rugby is a sport played by gentlemen, and they play it in a savage kind of way." So rugby is a sport played by decent people, played in a savage way, and soccer or football is a sport played by savages. No, no, no. It's a sport played by uh, savage gentlemen in a savagey way. No, no, no. The opposite. Played by
I know
savages
what you're
in a
trying to
gentlemanly
say.
way. You know what I mean? Like the opposite. Thanks
Yeah,
for
yeah,
helping me out.
yeah. No, I know what you're trying to say. I get what he's trying to say too,
Mhm.
because I feel like if you watch a soccer game, like right now, they play so grace. Do you see how like they're
Mhm.
playing? They're playing so gracefully,
Mhm.
and like it's. I feel like honestly, it's such a like beautiful sport.
Mhm.
Um, but rugby is like very rough and
Mhm.
aggressive, and so is football.
Right.
Um,
But his point was like they, even though it's such a rough sport, they still maintain their integrity and like their decency with each other. Even though it's like a rough sport, they play like gentlemen. But soccer,
hmm,
you would think they would play like gentlemen because
nope.
it's such like you said like
Like a such a
a
graceful
beautiful,
sport,
but
but
they
nope,
play like
it's not.
savages.
Yep,
Right.
they can get very dirty, especially the boys. Um, I've since I've like grown up playing soccer my whole life
Mhm.
and seeing soccer games, going to my brother's tournaments too.
Mhm.
I've seen like boys like get into fights in the middle of the field and they'll get into fist fights and everything like very and it's happened more than than like 5 times at
More
least
than
like
often.
that I've yeah way too often. I've never seen that in a girls game, but I know guys can get super duper aggressive when it comes to. I feel like they're a lot more passionate though. There's a huge difference in boys and girls soccer for sure, but especially when you go to places like Spain and they're very like they want it. You can tell the difference. But Hispanics are very into soccer as well in general. They're very passionate about, especially when the World Cup rolls around.
And who do you root for during the World Cup?
um, Argentina.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's because Messi's on it, and Brazil. I like Brazil too,
Cool.
to be honest. But yeah, my dad gets really into it too. It's like it's crazy. He should be a commentator.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I mean, he's more than welcome to. In this last game, we had a soccer
We had
dad come.
Elisa Chong's dad, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Is it Elisa Chong? Who?
totally. He is invited.
Oh.
Yeah, if you wanted to do it together, you totally can. Yeah. We're here to make dreams come true. Sounds good.
Yeah.
And I think this half or this quarter, excuse me, is
It's about to end.
yeah.
I saw the clock and it was like 1 minute left. We have, oh, there's a foul. There's a kid on the floor.
Ouch. So last thing before we leave, I want to ask you if there's one message you could, and I know we're gonna go to commercial right now. If there's one message you could say to Coach Vono, your coach this year so far, what would you want to tell him?
Honestly, just to thank him for like um supporting the girls and like treating us with a lot of love, and like I feel like he really does care for us a lot. And he's been very positive lately too, so I thank him for that strategy as well.
Got it. Thank you for that, Deanna. And that's gonna conclude our second quarter. We're gonna go to commercial. See you in about 8 minutes, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Miami is a division of Giordano Protection Services located right here in the heart of Wynwood. They are a world-renowned private investigation agency that has worked with defense teams all over the U.S., and they can provide you with infinite insights, even in the most complex of cases. Let's go and see why they're the best in the biz.
Here at PI Miami, we use former law enforcement personnel, ranging from narcs to homicide investigators, SWAT, and we even have a psychic detective on hand. This means we know how things work from the inside out. We have complete understanding and knowledge of expert testimony. We coach witnesses on how to testify. We specialize in cases involving capital punishment. We go into every case as if all our clients are guilty until we can come out and prove their innocence. We take the hardest of evidence and we crush it in front of the prosecution, creating ulterior motives, alternate suspects that may have done the crime. This is what we do, create doubt in the jury's mind.
Sometimes standard procedure just isn't enough. PI Miami is a leader in creating the most complex and innovative undercover surveillance.
Miami, because of its climate, we have cultures from all over the world. A lot of times we're retained for ritualistic crime investigation or surveillances into a boyfriend or a girlfriend, which leads us to this cemetery here. The skull, the dirt, the chicken feathers in the bag, the coconut, this was used for rituals of Santeria. Because of our uniqueness and our experience in investigations and undercover work, we've been able to put surveillance cameras during some of these rituals and actually obtain criminal confessions as they try to cleanse their soul in appeasing their orishas.
With years of department regulations and political red tape, their hands have been tied. Up until now, PI Miami's chain of command is now directly with you. But keep your eyes open because they might be watching.
When I first started in '83, none of these buildings were here. The skyline was pretty low and flat. In the last 30 years, it's been an unbelievable growth. From the art museum behind us to Science Museum, 900 Biscayne, which is the next project that we're going to be changing all the air conditioning out on the roof with a large helicopter. Over there to the Marriott across the street, and the cooling towers we changed on there with one of the largest cranes in South Florida. Well, we have heat exchangers that tie into the saltwater life safety system that regulate the temperature in all of these tanks. We treat our people with respect. We treat our people well. Our benefits are good. We treat them like a family, but we do have a certain amount of rigidity and structure in our company that I think the people like. But for the most part, it's a family-run business, and hopefully it'll stay that way forever.
Let me know what you guys would like to see, and we'll get a little deeper into that as well. So here we go.
So I just walked into Plantation Boat Mart, the Blackwater facility now. I have touched down at Pirates Cove Marina here at Deep Impact. Show you a little bit about what makes this company different. How these boats perform offshore, not a day that...
And Hello, everyone. Diana's dad,
Yeah.
Carlos, having this experience, and I thanks Mr.
Mr. Mendez.
Mr. Mendez for the opportunity. I really like the program here at the school production, and well, it's a good thing that at least we can get to see the games through YouTube, and
Yeah. And sometimes in person.
yeah. So this is experience for me as well as for my daughter because we're here together.
Hmm.
And I like the fact that I'm looking at my son as well playing. I don't know if he's there yet
The
or if he
whole,
was
the whole
swapped.
fam is here.
Yeah, Javier was playing on the goalie. I don't know if he's back on the goalie.
We'll see now when the camera turns. Right now, we're in a throw-in for Divine Savior.
So the score is tight, 1-1.
Yeah.
And I believe, for what I saw outside, the La Salle, we've been having more possession.
Hmm.
And we started a little bit having difficulties on the attacking, but we are penetrating a little bit more. And right now, let's see what is going to happen on this half.
Yeah. They only got a goal off of a corner, so we've been holding off with the defense as well. They haven't had many opportunities going up with the ball, but I feel like we've had more attacking opportunities and more like shots on goals and attempts, basically.
And that was Javier Prieto playing as a goalie for the first time at La Salle. I don't know the name of all the players, but I will try to go by numbers.
Yeah.
Positions. So we are attacking right now on the possession.
And it's out now. We're trying to push the ball up. And
All right, there we go. We go with an attack. It seems to be onside. And I believe it was
that
a
was
foul right
for
there.
sure. Yeah.
We have an opportunity. Referee seems like doesn't like number 13 talking back. But we got the foul out of it.
Number 13, Samuel Rodriguez.
All right, we have a score opportunity here. Let's see if we are good with the attacking line. Who's going to put the head first? Or whatever it comes, chest or legs. It's going to be...
All right, it looks like the ref and Samuel are arguing a little bit.
All right, seems like they have a set play. They're talking. I don't know what was the set play. We're just going to find out. Make the signal. Waiting for the whistle, and it goes. That was a good ball. Went inside on the far pole, and right now it's a counter attack. Divine Savior is going up the field. What happened right there, Diana? I missed it.
I'm not sure.
I shouldn't miss it either.
It looks like it was a foul back there.
Oh, I see. It was a foul.
Or maybe an offside, I'm not sure.
That was Julian Acosta. Was him? Yes, that was Julian Acosta.
Yeah, he's right back.
He's a right back, good right back. Right now with the ball. He's going to throw it in. And that's a Miami Springs boy, being here with the school 2 years.
Yeah, he's a sophomore.
Oh, to me that was a foul, and
Yeah,
was it?
that looked like a foul to me.
She called it. That's a good thing that you're a referee too, huh?
Uh-huh.
Well, sometimes we missed it, huh?
Yeah. Sometimes they don't. It's hard to see, you know. That's why we have like 3 different.
Well, that's part of the game. The human factor added a little bit more of emotions when, unfortunately, you don't want to miss it. The ball goes in. Let's see. All right.
That's a cross.
And we're still inside the box, or we're trying to penetrate. Let's see.
There's like
It was a corner.
that was a little difficult. There was like 4 people on him, but
We got a corner again. Another opportunity. And seems to be like Number 13, he was the one who took it last time. I like the center he placed last time. Oh, well, the good thing about it is that we are dominating. That's how I feel right now. La Salle is on top.
Yeah, we're definitely holding possession of the ball.
Number 34 is trying to build up again another play. Number 13 with the ball. Pass it back to Julian. Julian tried to open up the game, but it was rejected by Divine Savior.
You were looking at the first and second quarter. Do you think like Divine Savior is being a little more aggressive now than in the first and second?
Yep, that sometimes could be a good or a bad thing.
Yeah, they're probably, because I feel like our first quarter we were a little bit see, that's a foul on us.
That was a foul. Player number 13, I believe he's saying that he bumped into with the shoulder. And he still keep on arguing with the ref. Ref say, hey, I'm the one here.
Just chill.
Back it up, chill up. And the referee keeps on arguing now. Yeah, I saw that, Diana. They were, they're now more aggressive.
They're fouling a little more and being a little, territorial. I feel like our second quarter we went in with more energy than in our first quarter, and it looks like I guess after the half they went in more aggressive. Maybe they're reacting to the energy from the second quarter.
Let's see. That's how they started. So they started again with the same energy, I believe. And coaches like to encourage their players to go very hard on the very first 15 minutes.
Yes.
Whoever scores first will probably have the more opportunity to maintain that score, because it's easier than to defend that goal, that point that you got for your team. But right now, it's tight. So that was a foul right there, but they're giving the advantage. And let's see if she calls it back. Keep on fighting the ball. And as you say, Diana, they are aggressive.
Yeah, they're being very aggressive.
And I was telling you that could be a good or bad thing. If they're focused and they channel what they're doing, they could get results. If don't, and they keep on being aggressive, the only thing that they're going to get is cards, fouls, and danger situations for themselves.
Yeah, and that's the last thing we want right now, especially with our limited players. We have a lot of players that are missing, but we're holding off pretty well for the situation,
Yep.
We're doing really good.
So the defensive line, of what I understand, we have 5 players on Divine Savior. We have a sweeper that he seems to be going up, and right now that's a pass from that it was blocked by our players of La Salle. Divine Savior is trying to build up a play. They're having difficulties find someone, but they find it on the open space. He centers, but we are right there. Good. This match is brought to you by La Salle.
Oh my gosh.
I really like it. I've been seeing excuse my English if by any chance I speak it's not my first language. I try to do my best. I know that I can make my message across.
Yes, of course.
But I remember right now famous singer, she Cuban one. Her name was Celia Cruz.
Mm-hmm.
She used to say her English is not very good looking.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I feel like that, and that Javier stopped that ball right there.
Wow,
and that was
a
corner,
nice save.
Nice save.
Good job, Javi.
I believe his parents would be proud.
Yeah.
That's my son. All right, let's see how last time they scored on us. It was on a corner. Let's see how our defense is going to not allowing this time. The ball on the net. The referee with the mask.
I just saw that.
And there goes Javier. He didn't
He
touch
didn't touch
it.
it.
There was
That's
a goal kick. Jinx.
Oh, double jinx. You can see how the fam is similar.
Number 17 gets the ball. And I like the style of our team here.
Yeah, we're connecting. But
Good,
wow,
good. That was a good save again.
Yeah.
Javier coming out with a slide.
He came out at the perfect time.
Yep. I was about to say that I like the style of La Salle coming up from the back. They're building up from the back, so they know what they're doing on their attacking.
Yeah. Sometimes when they receive it in the back, they play with it a little bit in the back, and they wait for the other team to push up so that they can make a long ball, and it's easier to get past the defenders.
That's a Miami Spring boy, Julian Acosta, number 28, right back. And we just lost the ball right there in the midfield. Now Divine Savior is trying to attack, but they are stopped by the midfielders. Again, looking for the corners. Midfield again, finding someone and trying to see where's the space. Moving up, trying to find someone. And that was a long ball over the defensive line. It went out. Do I'm talking too much, Diana?
No, you're talking perfectly fine. The more you talk, the better, actually.
Okay, since I'm a guest here, I don't know, when I see on that window and they tell me, okay, stop, I will stop. But so far I'm having
Nope, the more you talk, the better. Me and Mr. Mendez, we're catching up on life.
I don't know if they can hear me either.
Can't. They can. They can hear us, yes.
Mr. Mendez, can you hear me? Nope.
I don't know. Maybe not.
All right, let's keep here on our game. So it's promising. How many minutes so far?
Right now we're in the third quarter, so.
Third quarter?
Yeah.
And we have a sub, it looks like, number 44.
He's going in for.
That's my favorite number, number 22. I shouldn't say that's my favorite number. I don't want something bad happen against us.
Oh. The other team.
Yeah, the other team. No, that wasn't a sub. He was there.
Oh, he was there already.
Next time I come familiar with the roster of names of our players. You see 5 players trying to steal a ball from Divine Saviors. No, I don't. I need readers in order to see these names. But thank you, Diana. All right, and he clears out back to the field. That's a good opportunity for us. Number 34 is trying to get to the ball first than number 4 defender. He keeps on trying to get to the ball, but it's clear out for the goalie.
Yep. I didn't see that. I didn't even see that go out. Okay, so.
See, there's 26 minutes left for this second half.
We have 6 minutes left for this quarter, and then we'll go into water break.
So, Diana, give me your guess here. What do you see? What's the score? How are we going to end up?
I honestly feel like we're doing so good for the players we have right now. We have one on the bench, we don't have that many subs, but I feel like they're not getting very tired, and then they have a lot of energy still. They're playing with as much aggressiveness as the other team as well. So I don't know. I feel like with the possession that we have, maybe we can hold off and leave it a tie, or even win for sure.
No, definitely we would like to end winning.
Yes, of course.
But not them.
Not them losing.
No, our end losing.
Yeah. We have more attacking opportunities than they do.
Now I told you about the 15 minutes, right? And now you can see that we are on top right now having more attacking opportunities than them.
Yeah.
Seems like that's
It,
right.
I'm not sure
It's an
what's
outside
going on.
ball.
I'm not sure what they're waiting for. There's probably a sub or something.
So let's hope that the boys end up winning. So we will have a double winning today in our home.
Yes.
Girls score 3-0 on Divine Savior.
Yeah, and it was their senior night too.
So let's see how we send these guys back home.
I'm not sure if it's their last game of the season or not until they go to districts. It was ours though, but we played. We both we both played very well and held off very well.
And again, I'm having here good times. I'm pleased to be here, loving the invitation by Mr. Mendez and getting to know his excellent production team, outside the camera guys, on the mixer, audio, on the video cuts, and
And you're actually a TV producer, so how would you compare this experience? Obviously, it's a lot different because we're in a school, but
well, what I like is the opportunities of the program. For those who like the television, for those who like videos, editing, and putting stories together, even if you want to be commentator, come and talk to Mr. Mendez.
Yep.
There's always that opportunities here, and La Sal's offer those.
Yep.
And again, I was talking to Mr. Mendez earlier that, out of extreme or difficult situations, we can come up with opportunities. And right now, the production team put together the opportunity to have the games for the parents. And also you can save them and watching and, later having the memories. Again, I'm in love with the program, love with the school, love
Yeah.
with the team.
It's a lot of fun too.
It's fun.
Yep.
It's fun. So Diana, what are you gonna do now that I have you here? Everybody listening.
Nothing. I'm not embarrassed.
You still haven't decided what would you like to study in the future, near future.
Oh, in that sense. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure yet. Like I have a few things that I've thought about, but
Maybe that could be related with sports. You are doing referee right now. You're a sport player. You're a soccer player. You like television.
yeah.
You like psychology. You like finances. So you have a lot of choices.
Yep.
Don't feel pressure. You can enjoy here. And again, let's get back to the game. I believe right now less than 20 minutes probably.
Yeah, no, we should be getting to
They
the
haven't
water.
called for the water break.
They should be getting to it soon. In probably like a minute or two. It looks like there's a player that's getting stretched out in the
So
back.
I
as well.
wonder what Coach Jobson is having in mind in trying to score on the last quarter, last chance that we might have. And
And
right
he passes it
there.
back to goalie.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. All right, I'm talking as a parent here. The emotions gets in. All right.
Javi's not initially a goalie either, so sometimes when you're playing in a different position, your other position kicks in, like your instincts for that position. Like sometimes when I'm played like a winger, like I forget to push to go back as well because I'm so used to being a forward that I stay up, you know.
I don't know what happened in the last goal. Let's say that, it was I didn't get to see for real what happened. I
It was
saw
it was a corner and they just hit it in. Like there was no way for us to really.
do anything about to
Nope.
stop it.
That's why I'm saying we
Wait,
like our
Wait, number 11 gets into the box. He passed it into the middle, lost the chance for not controlling the ball, but still they are alive, trying to attack and penetrating. And Javier got the ball. The goalie get the ball. We are safe again. And right now, Javier is asking, the goalie is asking two defenders to move up. Kick the ball. And we are over the midfield. Right now, we are creating a chance. Find the space. Go. There you go. That's a good through ball. Gets there. Let's push.
Oh.
Good. He tried.
He
But
tried with his left. I don't know if he's a lefty or righty, but
doesn't matter. When you're there, I always tell the players, when you're inside the box, you got to shoot it.
yep.
Even if it's with your nose, your teeth, whatever you have, you see a chance, just put the ball in. This difficult to get into the box when you are into the box. Isn't it that, Kike Sosa?
Yeah.
That's a number 10.
All right. So we're going to start wrapping it up because we're going to go into commercial break. So we'll see you next quarter. And that's it.
Thank you very much. We will come back. You got me. And we're back. Team as well are back in the field. This is the last 19 minutes.
We're zooming into goalie right now, Javier. And we left off at a corner.
Yeah, that's correct on our end. And let's try it. It went straight to the hands of the goalie. Now goalie just punted all the way to the midfield, but our defenders are right there clearing out quickly. Go to the midfield. Oops, that's an opportunity, 3 against 2.
Oh, no.
And they are completely open.
Yep. They have
And
to cover it.
it's a good thing that the ball was long.
Yep.
So it's a goal kick.
It slipped through. Okay, you have a restart. Oh.
Those are the things that you cannot do.
No.
It was a dangerous place right there. He
Yep.
almost lost the ball. The defender was not watching what he was about to do. Always important to have visual on your players. If they see you, you make a contact, then you pass the ball.
Yeah, even if it's a goal kick, you kind of have to pressure at all times.
Yeah, visual or verbal communication.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way to know that the ball is coming to you if you don't tell the player it's coming to you.
Yep.
All right, so here we're trying again. I was asking you, Diana, what was your guessing on the score?
What do you think? Yeah.
I guessing 2 more. 2 more on our end. And that is possible.
Yeah,
that is possible.
We have 20 minutes to do it. We'll see.
You see, we're trying to play. We're now the most aggressive one. You see?
Yeah, we're playing a little more aggressive, but I think we're reacting to the energy of.
We came back a little bit stronger, wanting to be able to demonstrate Divine Savior. We're playing in our house. Also, we thank Divine Savior for being here. They are good competitors. And
Yeah.
everyone here that comes to La Salle, hope they came back with a good experience, whether they win or lose.
Yep. We're definitely reacting to the energy that Divine Savior demonstrated last quarter.
It was a through ball. Didn't accomplish his objective, but they're going down the line, and
Oh,
it
and
was
the
cleared
slide
out
tackle.
by Divine Savior. We're close to the box right now. Let's see how strong this guy is going to throw it into. This guy is number 34, the player number 34. Let's see how far he's going to be able to throw it in. And Divine Savior again. I see Divine Savior a little bit bunched up on that area on the right
Yeah.
defending zone on their end.
I feel that that's their style of play because I remember when we were going up on the right side, we had 4 players on one of our forwards. So I think that they bunch up whenever the ball is
Maybe you got 7 players right there.
yeah. So our job is to recognize that and to
Try to find who's
and
open.
to switch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, if you switch the field, then we're gonna have a wide open side and we can go into goal.
You know, now I feel like when you're watching the game,
It's so easy to read, but you can't really.
yeah, and
Yep.
everybody start talking about the players and the game, and you then start don't liking the commentators. Now I feel like those one criticizing. Well, I'm not criticizing. I'm giving my opinions, trying to enjoy this moment again, and hoping here, putting my energy, my positive energy, that La Salle got the shot and
Oh,
almost he
oh.
went over the pole. A little bit more.
Wow, and that was from pretty far too.
Yeah. Well, I told you, Diana, it could be another one. This is another attempt. Probably with this is only one attempt since the last quarter, right?
Well, this is our first attempt of this quarter, yeah.
Going into the zone, into trying to score. This is the first attempt. We have 2 corners before on the last quarter. And right now I see that we're working toward the
Oh, it slipped from his hands.
chance to score.
Yeah, so as you were saying, when you're on the outside, it's kind of it's easy to read the plays, I feel. But when you're like actually on the field, it's a little harder to execute them. Obviously, you should be able
There
to.
goes number 1v1 with the defender right back, and then comes midfielder attacking, and now they're going good through ball. We're going up. You see, Divine Savior have a good line of defenders. Right now there are 5, 7 already coming back to defend.
Let's find that
But
cross.
that's a good
and
ball and get
Oh.
into the hands of the goalie. What happened over there? Was an offside?
Yeah, it definitely was an offside. That's what I was gonna say. It was better that it was an offside because if we scored that, that would have been so annoying to go back and after when you score from an offside and then the ref calls the offsides, even though you guys scored, that always happens. It's really annoying.
Well, I like to better to call it late than to call it soon,
Yeah.
because that way you can think those extra seconds on the run,
I mean, in the player aspect, though.
and then you raise your flag.
But
Some-
I
Right.
mean, like in a player aspect, like when
Oh.
you're playing on the field and then the ref calls the offside after you score.
You see the guys back there? They're shaking. Seems like they're cold. Yeah, you're right about it. Players doesn't like to be called the offside late, especially after they score.
Yep.
All right. Now we have 4, 5 attackers on our defending area. Let's see how we can clear this ball out of our zone. Has a ball that is going to the hands of the keeper. He has it on control, or he was outside.
No, it
It's
was
a
an
goal
outside.
kick.
Yeah. I feel like their crosses are constantly going out.
So Lazar have to push up a little bit more. I hope the entire team comes with an overload of attacking. Defenders should be already on the midfield trying to stop any counter attack and dominating on their field. Again, this could be the opportunity. I sense it. I feel it. I've been watching it. The kids wants a goal. And
Looks like something happened. But
we might have that goal before the 12 minutes are left. 1-1 is the score. Lions of ILS against Divine Savior from Doral. See a little bit of action over there, pushing. All right, that was a good header and
nice through. And another shot.
And another shot. We have 2 attempts. I'm telling you, Diana, this could end on our
That was number 44.
On our favor. Come on, boys, this is our house. Let's do the extra mile. Right on 1v1 against Julian. Ball keeps on passing, and that's Julian Wright clearing the ball, denying the opportunity to advance, but they gotta move up, not letting them get into the box. That's good. Julian is there. And oops, that wasn't properly well controlled. The ball is still on the possession of Divine Savior, trying to cross the ball into the box. But right now, number 10, Kike Sosa, is going into trying to build something, and he passed a through ball that ended up on number 45. 45 is passed with a good cross ball that it's challenged by the goalie, and we almost got it over there. I hope the ball is still in. The player was outside. To me, the ball, it was inside. Well, he gave it back to him. That should be a drop ball if she changed her mind, but she's calling it back that he was outside. Again, to me, the player was outside. The ball, it was inside. As long as the ball is inside, the player could be in the other sideline, in the other side of the line. Come on, guys. Don't let them. Now I see that a little bit more attacking is Divine Savior than our 15 minutes, our last 10 minutes that we had before. Diana, what do you think?
Yeah. We are a little bit tired too, but
well, that's a ball that the guys are getting a little bit more attacking, more crossings.
Yeah.
You were saying, Diana.
Yeah, I feel like they're passing more diagonally than taking it up by themselves. They're looking for the passes and receiving.
Push up, guys, push up. Yeah, passing, receiving.
See, from the other side, you can see number 10 was on his own.
So we got to move up a little bit more, maintain ourselves back there. We're going to invite the team to come to our zone. We have to push up a little bit more, that's all. Yeah. Now the goal is asking for a ball. Right now,
I feel like once we recognize that Divine Savior bunches up in certain areas, we can definitely make that switch and be able to have an opportunity for a shot. For sure.
Okay, Javier.
The goal kick.
And number 15 is going to take over the goal kick. Yeah, long ball. We're trying to... Again, the defender has to move up. As soon as the ball comes out, they have to go up. So, and that way, they will be offside. And our players are more attacking. We need to move up. They have to move up. Now there's a chance here for Divine Savior. We have a corner. Number 40 is getting ready.
We have to make sure that we're completely on them and watching those runs.
I see players open on number There you go. They're trying to clear the ball. It's a fight over there.
They're playing
inside
all
the
with their
box.
heads.
Everyone is jumping, trying to clear the ball, and the ball, almost. And another corner goes for Divine Savior.
It was a pretty nice save, though.
Was it a save? I didn't get to see it.
Yeah.
Or
he
touches and then he went to the top ball. That's what happened. Or he touched the ball and then
hit it out with his hand and it went out.
Good save then. Let's see, guys. Clear this out. Gotta be playing more aggressive. By now should be probably what, 8 minutes?
I'm not sure. We'll see the scoreboard when the camera pans to the right.
We need to move up in order to see how much time left we have.
They should have a ball boy. What do you think?
Yeah, right now I don't know if it's a good or bad moment, the fact that we are delaying. So we don't want to end up tied, but it's not a bad ending. 6:40, thank you very much to the camera guy that gave me that shot to find out what was the minutes left. That's 6 minutes and a half, 1-1. And it looks like that is sponsored by Chevrolet. But no, it's not. We might end up having them. You never know. I always wonder what is that little thing right there next to the one on the board.
Oh, I think that's the halves. But
is it?
They probably didn't put it in right.
No, I always see it on that side. You know, that little thing that looks like is the shield of Chevrolet.
Oh, I can't even tell.
All right, so they're fighting for the ball right now on the attacking area. And
we have it in the middle.
Number 10, that's Sosa. Pass it to number. I didn't get to see the number, but again, he's trying.
Another shot. I feel like we're just right now trying to get shots on goals.
We need.
What do you think? We should pass it more or continue to make those shots?
No, I believe we're doing good. Both teams right now, at this moment, they're giving it all. Because no one of them wants to lose, and both of them want to score. And what I see, as I told you, I believe they have to push up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Push up on the defending line. So the entire block of the team will go up.
Yep.
And it's coming an attack with a through ball to the left flank.
Ooh.
And that was not a foul to me.
Mm-mm.
He came for the
To me, it
ball,
was a foul.
and there was a collision.
It just hit his leg.
And I believe number 2 is telling her the same thing that I'm telling right now, everyone. To me, it was a challenge ball, won by number 2, clean ball. But then again, I'm not on the field, so let's leave it to the referees.
Yeah, I think it's a drop ball, actually.
She's still explaining what
sure.
she saw.
Nope. It's I don't know if you saw that. That was funny though.
Number 17.
That's Ariel Sanchez.
Ariel Sanchez. Arielito. Arielito's playing with gloves because it's cold out there. He doesn't want his hands to be cold.
Maybe.
And right now, that number 15 is completely open. Nobody's marking him.
Oh my goodness.
Almost. Come on, this is good emotions here. At least, Diana, we can say this is a game that giving us, how do you call it? Emociones?
Motion.
Yeah. So I said it right.
Yeah. But one thing that I've noticed is that they haven't.
Oops.
Or,
right now they're inside the box.
We're just trying to
Our
clear
team,
it right
no
now.
foul, guys, no foul. They're trying to clear the ball. Clear it. All right, get in front. Don't let them pass. Don't let them build up. And it's gonna be our ball if it doesn't go out.
One thing.
And that's a goal kick.
One thing that I have noticed is actually that they haven't really Divine Savior hasn't really been like shooting. Oh, come on now. Oh my God.
risky sometimes, those type of passes
Yeah.
that shouldn't be in the place to do so. Things go wrong by any chance, it will be a regret for the goalie. But right now, the ball is on the mid. There's a handball right there. She doesn't know where she's pointing at, left or right. Come on, referee. All right. Now we are in possession. We are finding the spaces. We are moving up.
Ooh.
And wondering who's going to call that foul. It was not a foul. It was an out ball.
What I was saying was that I feel like Divine Savior, they are pushing up, but they haven't really had shots on goals on their own. I feel like we've definitely had more shots than they have, even though they're pushing up.
It's a good observation. They haven't had any shots, but they've been inside the box already 3 times on this quarter, and they have 2. And they have 2 corners.
No, they've had many corners.
On this quarter?
Oh, this quarter.
They have 2. Come on, I don't want to see the pass again. Just pass it right. Good. Well, that reminds me of Rene Higuita. There's a big comparison right here. But those type of things sometimes goalie does is because they have a lot of confidence in what they do. As a matter of fact, I saw earlier on the first half a play by Javier.
Where he went out of the box and he went through.
No. Someone passed the ball to him, tried to clear the ball. Come on, goalie, get the ball, and he got it. Defender passed the ball to Javier. It was an attacker. The forward came all the way to where Javier was. Javier wait for him to get to him, and then he actually make a move and let the attacker running. So sometimes when they do those plays, it's because they're confident. Sometimes, that's one of the most difficult positions to be the goalie. You could be the one that always could be blamed, or you could be the hero.
Yep.
And reminds me of Rene Higuita. Rene Higuita, he was a Colombian World Cup player.
We have 8 seconds left on the clock.
With the scorpion kick, he used to clear the ball, standing on his hands and kicking the ball with his heels.
Wow.
It was an amazing one. Rene Higuita from the Colombian team, and that was on the World Cup of the 80s. I don't remember which one it was, the first or the second one, and it's completely...
The game is
time
over
is
now.
over. Thank you very much again to La Salle, home of the Royal Lions, for the invitations. Thank you, Mr. Mendez and all his team. Cameramen, mixers, audio, thank you very much. Good night. Diana?
Yep. Thank you guys so much. Have a nice day.